Hi, my name is Reverend Ann Sadate, and I'm on staff at First Christian Church in downtown St. Joseph. And a lot of people have been asking, what's next? What happens to the church post-COVID? And my question is instead, what if? What if your church building became a destination for people outside the church? And what if we did more church outside of our buildings? Let me explain. I'm not a huge fan of church, and I know it's faux pas to admit that as an ordained Baptist minister on only month 2 of her service to First Christian Church, but hear me out. I always said if I did a church plant, which is what they call starting a new church, the church I made would have 1 communal gathering every week and 0 programming. Say what? Why? Because I believe we are called to be salt. And salt, all gathered in one place, is a salt shaker or a salt lick. And we are neither a horse's snack nor a table dressing. Our calling is to spice up the world with the radical inclusivity of God's gospel. In other words, what if congregation members took what they were passionate about and instead of starting a program for that in their own church, they volunteered with an organization already doing that good work and helped them do it better? What if this means a charity, a food kitchen, a homeless shelter, a tutoring program, a battered women's shelter, creating a PTA at a low-income school? People are changed just by being in relationship to one another. Or what if your passion isn't the typical charity, but instead is the theater, or sustainable gardening, or the Paralympics, or ice cream? What if instead of having an ice cream social at your church, you bought an old cart, painted it up cute, stocked it with goodies, and planted yourself by the ducks at Krug Park? Or handed it out as free ice cream as you walked your cart around a nursing home? What if during Pride Week, we at First Christian held a concert in our parking lot or on the front steps of the church and invited two members of our congregation who perform as drag queens to do their thing? Or what if we invited RuPaul's Season 10 Kansas City contestant, Queen Monique Hart, to concert with our own queens? What if we filled the empty rooms of our downtown building with small businesses run by people of color or women or new Missouri Western graduates looking for a leg up? Or what if we invited struggling artists to be artists in residence at our church and gave them space of their own to create? What if at Christmas we jumped on the downtown bandwagon and went all out hiring professionals to light up our columns and our roofs and we became a destination spot for sightseers? And what if right next to all those real pretty lights was not a nativity, but a banner pulling words from our hearts and giving a welcome point for people to enter through? What if we hired a photographer to stage a wedding in our sanctuary and we began marketing our downtown building to betrothed persons searching for someplace really beautiful and really safe? What if we partnered with other wedding vendors downtown and created a flyer promoting downtown as a destination for love? What if? What if we took what we're reading in book club about anti-racism and the importance of honoring indigenous cultures, and we didn't take it to the streets to riot, and we didn't take those ideas to parades to march, but instead we took those ideas into our businesses and clubhouses and classrooms and bars and restaurants and theaters and game nights, and we really practiced what we preach. What if instead of trying to get kids into our church and into our congregation, we mentored kids through Big Brother, Big Sister or Royal Kids Camp? What if we called the parents in our own congregation and said, how can we best serve you during this pandemic when you've not only had to work your own job, but be a substitute teacher to your kids, a childcare worker to your kids, and a safety enforcer for your kids, all at one time for 19 months straight? Can we offer you babysitting, food trains, adopt a grandma or grandpa? I'll say it again. What if our building became a destination for people outside the church? And what if we did more church outside of our building? What if being salt wasn't just a metaphor in the Bible? What if we went into the world 100% ourselves, fabulous and full of love and light and laughter and a little bit of death and a little bit of dust and from time to time deafness, but full of passion and strength and weakness and forgiveness? And the world came in curiosity to our doorstep. I don't know what church will look like post-COVID, but I do know that this time gives us an excellent opportunity to ask, what if?